Hey, what's up? Good news or bad news or mixed news? So originally I said the stuff was working for again the mini wall project extension of the GIMP paper geometry informed neural networks. I said it was working, it wasn't working. I was looking more into it. And it was still creating empty meshes. The issue was that I tried to improve connectivity with my own approach, using like something with the saddles and using that as more of a loss function, right? But that was the wrong approach. They already had the paper, already had this own way to enforce connectivity or have its own connectivity loss. So I was like, okay, let me just go back to that. Did that, it's working now. So that's really awesome. Another thing that was really sucky was that I was looking more into it, and the paper does, or the work already has a my approach, right, just for some context, was to basically try and create this mini world where everything in the latent space is really valid. I look more into it, and it turns out you can't really have a latent space. It's very hard to have a latent space that everything is like every input is valid. So it's like more so creating a more dense latent space where there's more it's more correct, just to be simple. Like, so if you're to go between one value and another value, they're like the most or ideally all of them would be correct and still valid. That's the idea here. So what I'm trying to do, and still in the same research direction, is basically how can I improve this work to make the latent space more dense, to make it better. I think it's probably going to be a change of architecture, a change of training, more than just changing like the fine tuning the model or anything like that. I did fine tune it. It did work better when you fine tuned it, but like, that's not what I want. I want to see if I can have a more not just incremental change, but more like an exponential change. But yeah, that's where I am with it. It's nice to it's actually not nice. It actually kind of sucks because like the connectivity thing was the stuff I was doing for like the past couple of days. So to find that like all of that, it wasn't a waste. 'Cause I learned some stuff, but like all of that wasn't necessary. It kind of sucks. I'm actually still reading the paper. I think that's why it's so important to actually have a physical copy because it's much faster to actually understand this stuff through a physical copy versus when it's digital. I skim way too much and like I miss crucial details. So even with this, like every like compared to like trying to understand this paper like in 2 days, I've just been able to catch some details quickly. I'm still going through. I read through like the first half, so now I'm going more into the technical details, and I understand the code base more. So it's like, okay, I'm now understanding why a lot of the stuff I did weren't working or weren't necessary. Um, with a couple, the submission deadline for the workshop is February 5th, so I think I still have some time. I have like 4 days or 9 days in total, 4 days in January, and classes start soon. So I think really what I'm going to do is try and dig deeper into my my possible approaches to go about this improvement, and then from there I'll investigate them, and then I'll decide on which one works best. Maybe the paper will just be like, okay, here are different approaches, and here's the evaluation of it. Maybe the approach will be like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on this approach and break it down. It's a tiny paper track with 4 pages, so it's really not that I don't know how much it's asking for, but I don't think it's asking for much. But besides that, I have nothing else to say, so have a great day.